Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Star Agent Starco Gaming here, back with another Marvel 55 video. Guys, make sure to check the description below the video for the link to our giveaways, and don't forget to hit the sub and like button if you enjoy the content to show your support to the channel. So guys, it is this time of the week, well, we're actually a couple days late to do our weekly roster review, guys. Now, for people wondering, how do I participate into in the weekly roster review? It's pretty simple. You go on in the description below the video here. See, that's a video. That's last week weekly roster review. Actually, you go in the description below the video, and right here you have the Discord server. I'm highlighting it right now. Discord server. So you press on that link, and that will redirect you right here. Very simple, guys. Then once you are in the Discord server, you go into the channel MFF roster review here, and you type your IGN with your question. If you get any question, or just your IGN if you want to just a general roster review. Now, if the question gets too specific, what happens, that will let you know in the roster review to ask me personally those questions in either a direct message on Discord, or just to ask it directly in the chat English if you speak English, or the chat of your language, so somebody can answer you with more specific answer. Well, with that said, guys, let's get started with the roster review number one. Here we have IGN Wrong Crowd. Hopefully I'm not burnering the name too much. Looking for ideas to improve my cards, and who should I focus on next in my roster? So we're gonna get started with that here. We're gonna go in friends, recommended, and type this name right here. Here we go. So here, first cards. All cards effect. Cooldown is good. Ignore defense is pretty damn low. Attack speed is pretty damn low. So we got those two things to fix. That's for sure. So pretty much that's the cards I will switch. By switching this card, you could put a Punisher 19 cards here, and that pretty much fixes your defense or your attack speed, gets you over 20% in your defense, and gets you over 15% attack speed, and pretty much fix a lot of things. So a Punisher 19 cards or a Secrets War 2099 cards to actually get your first stats fixed. Attack is useless if you don't have the specific stats at the basic stats at a certain level, which is cooldown 26% your defense. I recommend 25%. Attack speed, you need at least 15%. If you don't have that, getting attacks is useless, so you gotta make sure you get those basic stats up first. Now, if we look at the other cards, these cards need to be rerolled. Bonus option of trash. This card is pretty good, actually. Perfect roll, not the best level, but perfect roll on it. Yeah, perfect roll on it. If we look at that Loki card is okay. And the other Loki cards, this cards could be rerolled to get a better bonus option on it. That's for sure. There's nothing really good on this card. Honestly, you want to get extra attacks since you have cooldown attack speed in your defense as a static stat. You want to go at least all attack on this card to get a little boost here. So now that's for your cards. Now if we look at your characters here, you want to get the endgame uniform for this guy. That's for sure. You already got the endgame uniform for her. That is good. Let's take a quick look here. Your next tier 3 character should be Luna Snow, without a doubt. A really important tier 3 to have right here, and I did not mean to press the chat button here. And I want to take a quick look at your tier 1 characters to see if there's anybody that could get a jump to tier 2 here. That's much needed for certain game modes. So let's take a quick look here. So far it seems good. Getting this guy to 6-star 6 mastery, since he got the uniform, is actually very good, as he is the best leadership for universal villain. White Fox 2 tier 2, well, she's the best support character in the game for people with leadership ability, so really worth it. And that's pretty much it. So those are the 2 characters you should be working on. Well, the 3 if we add that Luna Snow 2 tier 3. So that's pretty much it for the characters and your cards you actually need to fix, buddy. Next roster review, we have JB Roseran, murdering more names today, looking how to improve my overall game performance and cards. Let's take a quick look at that, my friend. A quick look at that. And here we go. Let's get started with the cards first. All cards effect. Cooldown is too low. Your defense is okay. Attack speed is too low. Now let's take a quick look what we can actually do about that. This card is good. This card is okay. This card, I'm not a big fan, but we're gonna wait for this one. This one is good. This one, actually, I'd rather switch this one than this one. Let's see. Yeah, you get good attack on this one. Okay, so if I were you, I'll switch that Punisher cards for either a Punisher 19 cards or Secrets War 2099 to boost your attack speed to the level you need, boost your in-your defense a little bit, and you want a cooldown duration as bonus option to pretty much fix your cooldown too. So pretty much with that Punisher 19 cards, well, Punisher 19 cards is actually better if you need that cooldown duration on it. You actually fix attack speed, get more in your defense, and fix your cooldown. So that will be the best move to get done there with your cards. Now if we look at your tier 3, your next tier 3 should be Captain Marvel. Must have, you should have the uniform for this guy, you should have the uniform for this girl, especially that she's tier 3. You got the uniform for Captain Marvel, so I see you're working on her, so she is your next tier 3 without a doubt here. Now if we go down here, let's see if you're missing any important 6 stars or tier 2. We are going down the list here, as you can see. So far it seems good. So far it seems good. If you get BO sub, Valkyrie is pretty much the only important character you're missing at tier 2 in my personal opinion. And this girl has a 6-star 6 mastery for her leadership on female speed day for Luna Snow. Those are the 2 things I can see here that you are missing. Other than that, you are doing pretty good. So fix those cards, get those characters up, then come back to me for more information. Okay, next we have the Speed Force. And again, I'm trying to go as fast as I can so this video doesn't last too long for people trying to watch it, obviously. Okay, the Speed Force. Let's take a first look at your cards. Cards need so much work, man. So much work. Okay, so you're missing 10% attack speed. You're missing about 15% your defense. You're missing about 12% cooldown duration. That's very important. So first thing, let's take a look at this card. You gotta reroll this card. Well, let's not focus on that because you're gonna make mythical cards first. Okay, so here we got this one here: recovery, energy attack, all attack, critical damage. I'm not a fan. I like this one much better. This one's good. You want to replace this one, Marvel Future Fight number 2, with Punisher 19 cards. You want to replace the Drax cards with a Marvel Zombie cards, and you want to replace this Uncanny X-Men. That card's not that good, with a Secrets War 2099, and that can give you your basic stats everywhere. Then after that, you can start ruling for you know, your cards for the best bonus option, and eventually get your premium cards from the legendary battle. But first, you gotta focus on that. You gotta replace that. Here we set Punisher 19. Here we set Secrets War 2099 variant, and here we set the Marvel Zombie cards. I'll fix all your basic stats. Now, if we look at your roster here, your next tier 3 should be Captain Marvel, unless you have Luna Snow. Nope, you do not have Luna Snow. So Captain Marvel, and you need to work on your tier 2. That's for sure. That is for sure. You need more tier 2 to clear more content. Like, she should be tier 2. She should be 6 stars, 6 mastery. You should be working on your Luna's dosing. You got her to 6 stars already. Other than that, let's take a quick look at basic important characters. You got Korat, tier 2. Morgan Le Fay we had earlier, tier 2. Those characters are very important. Iron Armor, I didn't pay attention, but you need him to tier 2. Let's go take a quick look. You got him to tier 2. So the tier 2 you need to work on right now is Morgan Le Fay, Minerva, and Cora. If you can drop a uniform Minerva, that makes her stronger, but even if you don't have the uniform, she is still a very solid character. So those are the 3 characters you need to work on, and you need to get that mastery done on She-Hulk, best leadership in the game. So those are the things you gotta work on right now, buddy. And until it's done, come back to me and we'll work on more stuff. Next we have Key Whoo Laugh. Advice on which characters to build up next to tier 2. Hey, an easy question. That's a fast one. Let's go take a look. Next characters to build up to tier 2 here. Let's go down to the tier 1 section. The tier 1 section, man. First, I want to see what we got here to work with. Then we're gonna make a decision on which character we should be focusing on, obviously. Okay. So many tier 1, man. So many. Okay, that one is actually pretty difficult. There are so many options here. So many options. Okay, so first thing I want to check, do we have Luna Snow here? We don't seem to have Luna Snow. So we don't really need Misty Knight. Okay, that's the first thing I want to check. So now if we look at those characters, which characters could actually use the tier 2? I'm having difficult choosing here. I'm having a lot of difficulty choosing, man. Honestly, I'll get the Ronin uniform for Hawkeyes. That turns this guy into a meta really strong. I think that's the strongest tier 2 you actually missing here is this guy. After that, I actually work on Warpath, Angel, very good characters to get to tier 2. And if we go down there in the section here, maybe one more to get to tier 2, maybe. I don't know, man. It's a tough one here. It's a tough one. I thought I was gonna have an easy way to out here, but since it was a pretty simple question, but I got screwed, man, by a very hard question. So we got X23, we got Warpath, we got Angel, and we had which was the other one? Oh, we had the Hawkeyes with the Ronin uniform. I think that those 4 characters should be a good focus to get to tier 2. And to get that done, we can start working on something more there. Okay, next we have Eamon Bell cards and next tier train characters to build that don't require uniform. Okay, let's go take a quick look at that, my friend. Let's do it. Okay, first cards. All cards effect. Cooldown is a little bit low. Rest is actually pretty fine. So let's see here. We got cooldown bonus option here. That's good. You gotta reroll this card. You're missing good stats. You should have ignore defense or attack speed with energy attack on this card. This card is good. This card, yeah, it's pretty good. And this card, actually, this is actually not bad, but you're missing that cooldown. Well, 24.9% cooldown can actually do the job. So I'll just reroll this card for now until you can get the other prim cards from the legendary battle, the Tor cards. I think that will be the next option to actually replace the cards here. Until you do that, your cards are actually pretty decent here for now. Now, next tier 3 characters, you said you don't want to get uniform, so we're not going to talk about endgame uniform for Captain America. Let's not talk about it. I'm guessing you're free to play if you're talking about not getting uniform. I'm still going to take a look to see if you got Luna Snow. We do not have Luna Snow. So we got all the important tier 3 here pretty much. So my guess will be next tier 3 is entirely up to you. Honestly, I will wait. You got all the good tier 3 for Alliance Battle Extreme, except the expensive one, which is Thanos and Jean Grey. So unless you want to go for Thanos or Jean Grey at tier 3, I will actually hold off on your next tier 3 to see what we are gonna get in Far From Home. That will be my choice here. And now if we look at your rest of the roster here, characters that can be great without uniform at tier 2, you got Goliath, not so bad. Domino, pretty decent. If we go down here, let's see. Without uniform is actually not easy. It is not easy. A Scourge, a Victorious, very good tier 2 characters. Still going down here. And I think that's pretty much sums it with what you have at tier 1. So those characters at tier 2 don't require uniform and are totally farmable. So that is what I will do if I were you, Mr. Amen. Okay, next we have 13 YG trees. Let's go take a quick look at that, buddy. No real questions, so we're gonna check cards and roster here. It's a new player, so a lot of work to do on the cards for sure. Let's see how we're doing so far. So far we are doing terribly. So Loki cards here, that's a good start. You gotta get that card to mythical, obviously. Same thing with the Marvel Zombie cards. Get that cards to mythical. Then here you're gonna replace this card with a Punisher 19 card. You're gonna replace this card here with the Secrets War 2099 Limb variant. And this card here, it's not a very good card, to be honest. I will actually go with the Gwenpool #1 card, and you want to go for triple attack on that card. So those things to do with your cards will give you a very, very good start. Now, since you're starting, you do not want to level your characters past level 60. You are wasting your biometrics. You don't have any tier 2. Getting tier 3 or characters to level 70 won't give you any advantage in the game right now. You need to build a roster of tier 2. At least 15 to 20 tier 2 is mandatory to get started in the game to be able to clear the proper content. Next tier 2 characters here we have this guy, awesome at tier 2. Get the uniform for Ronan, get him to tier 2. Korat to tier 2, Iron Armor to tier 2, Morgan Le Fay to tier 2, and Shuri to tier 2. That's the basic you gotta start with. Once that basic is done, those cards are actually fixed. Come back to me and we're gonna talk a little bit more about what next to do with your account, buddy. Okay, next we have Seamless. I don't know what other characters to build. I have almost all the free-to-play good characters. Okay, let's go take a quick look at those free-to-play characters, buddy. Let's take a quick look at that. Well, first, tier 3. Captain Marvel. You need to get your Captain Marvel to tier 3. That's a priority here, especially you get the good uniform. Now, if we look at free-to-play characters here, Angel, if you get his uniform, get him to tier 2. Even without uniform, he's a monster at tier 2. That's for sure. You don't have the uniform for him. Let's forget. No. This guy actually very strong for Shaolin at tier 2 without uniform. Good free-to-play character, pretty much. Same thing with Beast. Not the best, but a very good support character. Next. What else we have here? Arachnite is actually a very, very solid character, that's for sure. Goliath, very solid character. And I think that give us enough characters actually for you to work up to tier 2 here. That's a bunch of characters, all good free-to-play challenge characters. And the higher you clear and channel in, the more goodies you get. And if you clear up to stage 80, you get actually a mega uniform ticket. So really worth pushing those floor as much as possible. So get those characters and work on all the good tier 2 characters pretty much. All of them. That's my call. But start with those one and come back to me and we can see what next to do after that. Okay, next we have a new good official here. My cards are trash. Can you help? I can give you garbage can, bro. Okay, let's take a quick look at those cards here. Okie-do. Cards effect. Cooldown is too low and your defense is too low. Attack speed is too low. You need to do a full revamp here. This card is good. This card is good. Those two cards are good. You keep them. You're going to get a Loki cards to mythical. You're going to replace the Iron Man cards with a Punisher 19 card. You're going to replace this card here with a Marvel Zombie cards. And this card's going to reroll it till you get at least cooldown duration as bonus option. And your card's going to be doing much better, buddy. And next we have Unter Copra. Review my cards, please. Sure. Let's review some cards, guys. Okay, here we got this fella. All cards effect. Attack speed is too low. Ignore defense is too low. Cooldown could actually drop a little bit of cooldown. Let's take a quick look at what we got here. Okay, we got that. So your Marvel Zombie is useless. If you got two cards with cooldown, you want to get rid of a third one with cooldown. And plus you have that Black Panther card, actually semi-cooldown. So just those three cards take care of your cooldown. So you're going to get rid of that Marvel Zombie card for a Punisher 19 cards, which actually going to give you a lot more attack speed and a lot more in your defense. Actually fix your in your defense and attack speed here, so that's going to be awesome. So you want to get that Punisher 19 cards here, and this card, it's not the best roll, but you get triple attack on it, so it's good. So that's pretty much just the only one card to replace right now to make your cards better, buddy. Once you do that, you replace that Marvel Zombie with that Punisher 19 cards. Come back to me and we can see what else we can do for you, buddy. Next we have the Fortnight 101. I haven't played in a while and recently started again. So we're going to do a quick general review here of what you can actually do. And apparently you are already in my friend list. Damn. Let's try to find you, buddy. I think it's stupid that I have to find a person that can just type it there, but whatever. Nah, I'm not gonna start singing, guys. Okay, that had to be the last one, right? Had to be. Okay, first cards. Cards are trash. They're trash. I'm not trying to insult you here. They're just trash. So Loki cards, it's good. You gotta reroll this though. Like so much resist. You need to have either inner defense or attack speed on it with at least energy attack. You're gonna get this one to mythical. That's good for the cooldown. You want to have energy attack on this card too. No, all attack on this card if I'm right. This card is not the best card, but you got a very good roll on it, so keep it. So next you're going to replace this card with a Punisher 19 cards. You want to roll cooldown as bonus option and replace this card with a Secret War 2099. And that pretty much fix your stats globally. And until those cards change are done, come back to me and we can work on some more stuff here. Now, like I said to somebody else earlier, stop working on leveling those characters past level 60. It won't give you anything because you still gotta work on building your roster first. Very important. You need to get Minerva to tier 2, Cora to tier 2, Iron Armor to tier 2, Human Torch to tier 2, Those are the mandatory. A tour to tier 2 and get this guy a goddamn uniform. And I think that's a good start here. I think I just said a 5 tier 2. Well, get started with those 5 tier 2. Then after that, we can actually try to focus on more stuff, buddy. Next we have Master of Pain. Damn, I'm scared now. That is so DC, man. Get out of here, bro. Starco, shall I change my Black Panther number 35 that I have equipped with Captain America 24 cards? And who shall I give my 1 CTP of Rage? Let's take a quick look at Master of Pain here. Master of Pain cards. Okay, so what stats do you have here? You have decent stats though. Okay, so oh damn, you gotta change stuff, bro. Your attack speed is terrible, 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 terrible. You gotta roll some attack speed somewhere. You gotta re-roll that Loki card to get attack speed on it. You gotta change this card. Sadly, I actually changed my Gwenpool cards for you. It was the what was the cards? Captain America 24. Let's go see the stats on the Captain America 24 here. Because you gotta do something, man. You gotta do something. I think that's the Captain America I'm missing. Yeah. Okay, so what we got here? Attack speed, energy attack, ignore defense. Okay, you want to get attack speed here. So, let's see what cards you had. So the cooldown in the physical attack cards. In here, yeah. I think that will be a great card. No, cooldown. You don't want a cooldown actually. Screw that cooldown. You already got cooldown there, cooldown there, cooldown there, and cooldown there. You don't need more cooldown. So you want to replace this Gwenpool cards with actually a Finisher 19 cards or Secret War 2099. The rest of your cards are good, but you gotta get that attack speed up, bro. You gotta reroll that Loki cards to get attack speed and energy attack on it. You gotta change this card, Finisher 19 or Secret War 2099 to get that attack speed, and your stats are gonna be much better. Now your first CTP of Rage. Let's see what we got here. That's actually not bad. Let's see what we got here. Okay, that answered the question. CTP of Rage is going here, bro. It's going there. It's actually the best for Captain Marvel. Luna can already hit the max score without CTP of Rage. She'll just drop a CTP of Energy on her and just be fine if you fix your cards and max out her build. So Captain Marvel will be my pick for that CTP of Rage here that you have. And next we have Nel Press. The card suggestion, please. Sure, my bro. Let's do this, man. Okay, cards. All cards effect attack speed is too low, cooldown is too low, and your defense is too low. Gotta make sure you have those basic stats here. So here we got that Loki cards. You gotta reroll this card. This bonus option is total trash. You need to have either ignore defense or attack speed on it with energy attack. This card here, you're gonna reroll this card's bonus option or trash. This card, you're gonna replace it with Finisher 19 cards. This card here, you're gonna replace that with Secret War 2099 Limb variant card, and the Finisher 19 you want to roll cooldown on it too, by the way. And then your Gwenpool #1 cards, you're gonna reroll this card and you're gonna make sure you get triple attack. You already have all attacks guaranteed on it. You need to roll physical attack and energy attack if you want to be rolling, if you want to be using this card. It is the only way to do it. It is the only way. Other than that, it's trash. So you need to make sure you have triple attack on it. So here you got Secret War 2099 Limb variant for this card, and here you have Finisher 19 to put there. You gotta reroll this card to get some kind of good option on it, because right now it's trash. And you gotta reroll this cards to get either ignore defense or attack speed and energy attack on it, and that will pretty much fix your cards, buddy. That's what you gotta do to fix them. And next we have Momo II is so cool 95 card in the roster review. suggest to increase Alliance battle score. Thanks. Let's take a quick look at that, buddy. Quick look at that. First cards. All cards affect attack speed is a little bit too low. Cooldown could be dropped a little bit. Attack is good. Attack is very good. So let's take a quick look here. We said attack speed, right? Yeah. Okay. So this card's good. This card is good. This card is good. This card is okay. Not good, not bad. Well, with the bonus option, and this one here. This one here. I actually switched this card, and if you drop a little bit of attack, it's not that bad. You need to fix that attack speed, especially for Alliance Battle Extreme. Attack speed is so important on so many characters. Like just Captain America needs max attack speed, for example. Cable need max attack speed. Strife need max attack speed. All those channeling or characters that do chaining ability, like Minerva needs max attack speed. So important. You need to have 15 to 18% attack speed minimum. So I'll replace this card with the Finisher 19 cards and roll cooldown duration as bonus option and some attack if you can get some attack and bonus option too, but at least cooldown on it, and that'll pretty much fix your cards. And you wanted me to take a quick look at your roster too, so let's take a quick look here. You got all the meta for Alliance Battle Extreme here, I believe. So we got Captain Marvel, we got Captain America, we got Luna. That covers pretty much it. For the next territory, I'll actually wait right now, and if we get when we get Far From Home, if we get Mysterio for you know, the last villain, I will go for Mysterio. Otherwise, I will go for Magneto for the best core there in Alliance Battle Extreme. Now, if we look at the rest of your roster, you got Tier 3 Thanos, right? Yeah, Tier 3 Thanos is there, so you're good for that. Let's take a quick look at see if we got a Minerva here. We got Minerva. I recommend you to fully upgrade her, meaning a level 70, gear 25. This is a huge boost on her. For speed villain, you got this guy again. I recommend you to finish building him properly. I think those are the two things you gotta do for your Alliance Battle Extreme that will help you greatly. Now, if we look at the other characters, it didn't look like you were missing any Alliance Battle Extreme characters, but still want to take a quick look here just to make sure. Oh, you got Victorious. Victorious at tier 2 is actually stronger than Minerva for a female supervillain, but the difference is pretty minimal, so both works. But if you don't get your Minerva to 70, even at 60, Victorious at tier 2, Victorious 60 will be better than your Minerva, that's for sure. So those are the little things you gotta change for your cards and your characters for Alliance Battle Extreme, buddy. And the next one, we have one last one for this video, guys. Finally, Starco can shut up, right? Right? Racial Marvel. Let's take a quick look at that, buddy. General review here. We got the cards. The cooldown is good. Ignore defense is good. Attack speed is sucky. You gotta fix that. So pretty much just replacing this card here. Let's see. Which one? No, this one's good. Replace that Star-Lord core card with a Finisher 19 cards, and you all set up for the attack speed pretty much, and you won't lose ignore defense. So you're pretty good if you just change that. Other than that, you're doing pretty good. Well, could reroll a new Loki card here to get attack speed and energy attack on it. Obviously, that's another project. First, fix this card, Finisher 19 here instead of this card. Then you can start working on this card and working on new group to get the mythical to replace this one, or even a better cards like cards from the Thor Legendary Battle. Just get that Thor Ragnarok 2 mythical, and you can get that card for free. That will be a much better replacement than this card. If we look at your roster, your first tier 3 should be Captain Marvel, then Captain America, then Luna Snow with uniform. Those are the three first tier 3. You need to get this girl to tier 2, this guy to tier 2, this guy to tier 2. Very important. Tier 2 here too for iron armor. If we look at the rest of the roster here real fast, Beast to 6-star 6 mastery is actually very good. And She-Hulk 6-star 6 mastery, best leadership in the game. So very important to actually get the 6-star 6 mastery for at least 2 to 3 Alliance Battle Extreme Day and for Wall Boss Ultimate. So very important to get her to tiered. Just 6-star 6 mastery. So those cards change, those characters change, and this Gil to 6-star 6 mastery is going to make your account much stronger racial marvel. And guys, that pretty much sums it for our roster review of the week. Sorry for the delay on this roster review, guys. The next one's going to be back on Thursday as always. Now if you want to get your roster review again, guys, all you got to do is go in the description below the video, click on the Discord link, go into the MFF roster review channel, enter your IGN with your question if you have any questions specific, and then we will review you in the weekly video, guys. It's that simple. And if you actually want a one-on-one roster review on demand, guys, you can always go in the description below the video and click on the member link and pay $4.99 per month to get unlimited one-on-one roster review at any time, guys. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you have a good time. On that, guys, Star Agent Starco Gaming is out.